Good, happy Sunday morning, December 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Sunday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Sunday off to a good start, so sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy The Morning Show with Riley King. We have a little bit of everything for you in this program, so let's begin and dive in. First up, we begin with COVID updates from Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. Let's take a look at the map right now. And here is a look at that map for all of you right now. Global cases are 76,381,409. Your U.S. cases are 17,661,404. Global deaths are 1,687,975. U.S. deaths are 316,209. And that is a look at your COVID-19 update from Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. Moderna Vaccine set to roll out next week. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Breaking news overnight, the FDA has now added a second COVID-19 vaccine to its arsenal by authorizing the emergency use of Moderna's vaccine.
The announcement coming at a critical time. The United States reported almost 250,000 cases yesterday, a record high. The fall spike combining with the Thanksgiving holiday surge, leading to weekly record highs in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. The worst since the pandemic began.
And the U.S. averaging more than 214,000 new cases every day. That's 3 times higher than the country's summer peak back in July. More on the devastating impact of the virus in just a moment, but first let's go to Gio Benitez in Olive Branch, Mississippi, with a look at how soon the Moderna vaccine could be heading out. Gio, good morning.
Hey, Rick, good morning. Yeah, the plan right now is to start shipping this vaccine tomorrow, getting it to healthcare workers and nursing home residents by next week. Nearly 6 million doses now on the way. This morning, the Moderna vaccine is ready to ship from coast to coast, the FDA giving it that emergency authorization Friday night.
This is another crucial step in the fight against a global pandemic that is causing vast numbers of hospitalizations and deaths in the United States every day. This vaccine met the FDA's rigorous standards for quality, safety, and efficacy.
Moderna will use pharmaceutical distributor McKesson in Mississippi to move 5.9 million doses of the vaccine across the country. ABC News getting an exclusive look at McKesson's 300,000 square foot facility where the vaccine will be stored at -4 degrees. And Moderna has a slight shipping advantage because just over the border here in Memphis is the FedEx World Hub, the largest cargo facility in North America where they can get those vaccines out right away. The Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are similar. They both use messenger RNA technology to teach your cells how to protect the body against COVID-19. Efficacy rates for both are more than 94%, but there are differences too. Pfizer's requires ultra-cold refrigeration at -94 degrees, making distribution more challenging, while Moderna's can be kept in a regular freezer. This difference allowing the Moderna vaccine to be more accessible.
That means a lot of parts of the country, especially nursing homes, rural areas, can now be reached with the Moderna vaccine.
The Pfizer vaccine distributed across the country this week, but now some questioning the process. In California, doctors at Stanford Medical Center protesting the vaccine distribution plan at the hospital.
We cannot be first in the room and back of the line.
They say residents and fellows who work directly with COVID-19 patients are not being prioritized. They argue that out of the 5,000 injections available to Stanford, only 7 will go to frontline residents. The hospital acknowledging there were flaws in the plan, saying it's been revised. Meanwhile, officials at Advocate Condell Medical Center in Illinois have temporarily paused vaccine administration after 4 team members experienced reactions to the vaccine. And another healthcare worker in Alaska was hospitalized after a serious allergic reaction, bringing the total there to 5. And overnight, the FDA saying those allergic reactions could be somewhat more common than they previously thought. They just don't know for sure. They're going to be watching this very closely, especially as that Moderna vaccine rolls out with it.
Yeah, doctors keeping a close eye on that. Gio Benitez for us, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Well, hey there.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. As end approaches, Trump gets doses of flattery final T. President Trump's administration is ending how it began, with over-the-top declarations of praise of the chief executive. President Donald Trump's administration is ending how it begun, with over-the-top declarations of praise for the chief executive. But now the flattery is mixed with a sense of finality, as key people in the president's orbit are being to turn the page and acknowledge his defeat. Trump himself keeps to the Oval Office, still fighting the election day results and offering scant acknowledgement of the death and suffering of Americans that are being buried in the darkest hours of the COVID-19 pandemic. Will Biden wage a confirmation battle over Attorney General? Some current DOJ insiders hope so. The president-elect could make a final decision in the coming days. As Joe Biden nears a much-anticipated decision over his choice for Attorney General, several current officials inside the Justice Department have told ABC News they want the president-elect to launch a continuous confirmation battle against Republican lawmakers if that's what it will take to put the right person in place. Dutch ban UK flights, fearing the new coronavirus. The Netherlands are banning flights from the United Kingdom, at least for the rest of the year, in an attempt to make sure that the new strain of the COVID-19 virus in Britain does not reach its share in shores. A deal on Fed removes obstructual to agreement on virus aid bill. Lawmakers have cleared away the last major obstructual to agreement on a COVID-19 economic relief package, costing nearly $1 trillion. Top congressional lawmakers struck a late-night agreement on the last major obstacle to the COVID-19 economic relief package, costing nearly $1 trillion, clearing the way for votes as early as Sunday. Cross-country Christmas storm likely to have severe impact on the East Coast. Its sharp cold front could bring Arctic blast for the holiday. A potential of a cross-country Christmas week storm hitting the U.S. is increasing. The storm could cause numerous hazards, especially as it arrives on the East Coast on Christmas Eve. Its sharp cold front could bring Arctic blast for Christmas. And now let's take a look at the weather for today and across the country. And here's a check of the weather across the United States today. In Boston, it'll be 34 degrees with rain. New York City, 39 degrees with some snow. Washington, D.C., 44 degrees with some rain. In Atlanta, 55 degrees with rain. Jacksonville, Florida, 66 degrees with rain. Tampa Bay, Florida, 76 degrees with rain. In Miami, Florida, some clouds and sun, 79 degrees. In Las Vegas, 64 degrees and sun. Phoenix, 70 degrees and sun. In Los Angeles, 80 degrees. And in San Francisco, some clouds and sun, 59 degrees. That is a look at the weather across the United States. And let's go to some cooking, into a cooking segment now. How to make caramelized white chocolate linzers. Let's take a look at that video from Good Morning America.
As we count down to Christmas with our 12 days of cookies with a treat for each gift in the classic carol, let's open up our cookie calendar to see what's next. And it's the golden rings. We're making caramelized white chocolate linzers. Ed Kimber, author of One Tin Bakes, joins us. He's coming to us from the UK, so it's like lunchtime there for him. He's going to show us how it's done. Let's start off with, these clearly look like the golden rings. So how do you make the white chocolate ganache? That's what we want to know.
So the white chocolate is incredibly sweet, so we're going to caramelize it, give it some flavour. So we're going to put it on a rim baking sheet, put it in the oven about 250 Fahrenheit. We're going to cook it for about 60 to 90 minutes. Then every 15 minutes, you need to take it out of the oven, and you'll see it can thicken up, it can go a bit grainy, so all you want to do is stir it until it goes back into a really nice, smooth, liquid chocolate. And then after about 60, 90 minutes or so, what you'll be ending up with is this. It's really rich, caramelly, almost dulce de leche in taste. And then what you want to do to give it a little bit extra flavour is just finish it with a little bit of flaky sea salt. Then to turn it into our ganache, all you can do is pour in some cream, stir it together until you get this delicious ganache.
I'm eating it. I jumped ahead and started eating it. It's delicious. But the next step in the making of it is you make and then bake the cookie dough, and then you assemble the cookies. So can you walk us through that part while we continue eating it?
So the cookies are really simple. It's like a classic sugar rollout cookie, flavoured with some stem kind of caramelized or candied ginger. Once they're rolled out, cut out into rings and discs, what we're going to do is take our ganache and we're just going to add a little bit to each cookie. You can pipe this on, you can spread it on, just a nice kind of spoonful on top, and then just sandwich it together gently with another cookie. So you've got that really classic sandwich cookie, almost a Linzer cookie vibe.
Well, and now you have to put the finishing
nice and generous,
touch on it. That's the painting, the cookies. I don't know if our viewers can see, but these cookies are actually gold.
Can't see my cookie because it's almost done.
Yes. So the cookies have a really nice gold finish, and the way we do that is really easy. You can take a little bit of edible gold luster and then add just a small amount of vodka and then just stir that together to make a thick paste. And then all you have to do is take the paint and just paint it on top of the cookies. The vodka will evaporate away and you'll be left with this amazing shimmery vibe, really nice and festive, super colourful, and really nice and Christmassy.
It's another use for vodka that I didn't know. Very useful. Ed, thank you so much. And you can get this recipe and more online at goodmorningamerica.com. And the cookies keep coming Monday on GMA with Chef Ryan Scott. Can't wait to see.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
Okay, there you go. Who loves cookies? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Looks yummy. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go to some entertainment news. And in today's entertainment news, Clue turns 35. See rare interviews with the cast. A flashback. Let's take a look at that from Entertainment Tonight.
Her so much. It flames on the side of my face, heaving breath. I know, it's an ability of mine. I can talk without saying anything.
What do you mean? Murder.
Well, the board game is mostly made out of flat things. We try to fill them out.
Of course, there's somebody that's guilty. And that is the mystery. Who done it?
It's a whodunit, you know, and that's part of the fascination.
So I look guilty.
I didn't do it! Somebody help me, please.
Mr. Green? Mr. Green is a very special man.
He is an acting colonel in the United States Army. He's a professor.
She's bright, aggressive, assertive.
She's the senator's wife.
It'd be so obvious if the butler did it, don't you think?
Is this place for you? Indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler. What exactly do you do? I battle, sir.
It's a chance to create a new stereotype. From the ashes of an old stereotype. And besides, it's all that English actors ever get to play in America.
Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you. You're a bit late for that!
I think the burden of proof is on the viewer. And that's what makes this film a little bit different.
Yeah, I have no idea who did it. And maybe I shouldn't have said that, but someone did do it.
Oh, interesting. We're not on camera, are we?
I mean, we had to sign a contract with Paramount saying that we wouldn't reveal anything. I mean, that's the fun of it, you know?
I had to stop her from screaming.
You're not going to know this.
I don't know if I want to get into that.
You're not. You're not gonna know.
Well, you will definitely find out.
Did I do what?
The murder.
Well, there's more than one.
I find I like everybody, and it worries me.
Just checking.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses, everything's fine.
Adding a twist to the twist is the fact that the movie has 3 different endings, so determining just who done it is even more complicated than it seems.
It was very hard for me to, make heads or tails of the script. It was very complicated.
It's a free country, don't you know that?
I didn't know it was that free.
It was difficult as an actor if you knew that in one theater, for instance, if you knew that you were the murderer, then you would have to play the whole role a little bit as if you were guilty. So it was a little difficult trying to find out how to tread that line, yeah. In fact, none of us really knew, in fact, until this evening, who was the killer. I'm very sad to say that I think I off somebody in this version.
Wait a minute! So who did I kill? My butler. Oh, shucks.
Well, the point is that's the game. The game is intricate in that there are several possibilities. And in this film also, up to at a certain point, there are 3 or 4 possible things that could happen. I mean, you don't really know the truth.
All right, who done it?
You did it.
They all did it.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Cool. The movie Clue. 35. Wow. Barack Obama, Malia's boyfriend, quarantined with us. Let's take a look at that video from Access Hollywood.
The more the merrier. Barack Obama reveals his daughter Malia's boyfriend quarantined with their family early in the pandemic. The former president opened up about the unexpected addition to his household, sharing on the Bill Simmons podcast just how 22-year-old Malia's beau ended up in their pandemic bubble. And of course, he had to throw in a subtle dad joke for good measure, saying, quote, "He's British, wonderful young man, and he was sort of stuck because there was a whole visa thing and he had a job set up, so we took him in. And I didn't want to like him, but he's a good kid." The best-selling author went on to note that as a dad of daughters, he wasn't used to having a young man in the house, joking that his grocery bill went up about 30%. Barack also said that getting to reunite with Malia and her younger sister Sasha has been a blessing amid such a challenging and often tragic time for so many, adding, Like I think a lot of families, we went through that first month where we were playing games every night and doing a little arts and crafts projects, and then slowly they started to get a little bored with us. Maybe teaching Malia and Sasha, and Malia's boyfriend, who was with us for a little while, spades. The 59-year-old never mentioned their guest's name, but Malia has been linked to fellow Harvard student Rory Farquharson since 2017, and she's not the only Obama daughter making headlines. Earlier this month, 19-year-old Sasha went viral again for a now-deleted video of herself dancing up a storm with pals on TikTok.
Okay, and there you go. And now let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays and see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. Happy birthday, JoJo, 30. Wow, happy birthday. And that does it for this edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for joining us for this Sunday edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Have a great rest of your Sunday. See you back here next time for another edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Bye, everyone.